Okay, so we're trying to do a little bit of a quick interview to show you kind of last-minute details on Wind Up Robots. This is lead programmer one. I guess we kind of have two lead programmers. This is John McGlothlan. John, you want to show us just quickly a little bit what you're working on for Wind Up Robots? A few things you're...
Well, one, I'm doing builds.
Doing
That's the
builds,
biggest one.
okay.
But, we added a version number.
You have a Hello World version, excellent.
Which is, actually, that turns into the frames per second. So we can see where that's at. Right now, we're working on making the monsters angle correctly. I'm going through doing bug fixes. And we're just doing the final steps for making sure everything works right.
This is going to be a particularly interesting video since mostly I have a big gray screen.
Exactly, that's why I hit play.
Oh, there we go. There we have the screen. Okay.
The biggest bug that our wonderful developer is giving us, or our artist, is the fact that our robots float.
Floating
and
robots.
He hates it.
We hates it.
And
So there's Laser. Why is he so far up in the sky? We got the spiders. Okay, there's Laser.
and he doesn't like that they float. And
oh, he's got webified. Look at that. They do float. Is this because of the shadows? And the spiders can't climb the hill?
Well, it's not that they float. It's just that the gravity isn't enough to make them go down.
Okay. Since I know you got to get out of here, I'll keep this short. Let me ask you one more question. Does working next to this fountain mean that you spend more time like away from your desk taking care of business?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, just checking. Okay, we're going to pause now and go talk to Gavin. Okay, so next build, here we're talking to Gavin. Gavin, he is our technical artist. Say hi. Okay. You want to show us a little bit about what you're working on? Also Wind Up Robots?
All right. Right now I'm going through each of the levels, and we have these obstacles, books stacked up on platforms and ramps and everything, and I'm making sure they're all the right scale and they all don't blow up when it starts going in because of the physics and everything. And so just making sure that everything fits well and loads correctly.
Okay, and what level are you working on here?
This is the treehouse, and this is the first level. We have, some platforms with some ramps going up, and need to move some stuff around, like the robot box is kind of in the way.
Okay, and what are all these big white pills?
Those are different little checkpoints and goals that the robots, or the monsters spawn at and head towards and everything.
I see back here it's very dark.
Yes.
Do creepers ever spawn back there?
No, but I'm sure we could get a letter of permission from Notch and throw them in too.
All right, that sounds good. Thanks, Gavin. Talk to you later. Okay, this is Nat. He's our art director. Just kind of anything that you're interested in, kind of final push here. What are you tackling? This is some kind
This
of...
is an achievement icon for Game Center, so
Oh,
getting
okay.
that figured out. In Unity earlier today, I was redoing some light maps for one of our levels.
So do you feel like you have sort of like interface overload? I see like 2 keyboards, a mouse, a touchpad, and a Wacom tablet.
It's a lot of ways to manipulate my computer.
Okay, and what level
The
is
keyboard
this?
gets too hot.
Oh.
This is the backyard, or it will be once in-game, but it's got all these markers and stuff that Gavin was talking about.
Okay.
So I was baking some lights in that earlier.
Is there anything like kind of words of wisdom you want to share with our fans?
Words of wisdom. Kill the monsters, don't die. All
Okay,
that jazz.
that's very profound. Okay, so this is John Bergquist. He's our communications director. Hey, John.
Hey.
And one of the things he does, oddly enough, is communicate. So he spends a fair bit of time, especially recently, just talking to folks on different forums. This is Touch Arcade. Obviously, it's one of the big 800-pound gorillas in the business, and he's out there, promoting our game, which is part of the deal, but also just really just making friends with the folks in the business. So what I was really hoping you'd show him is a little bit on Final Cut.
Sure.
For your trailer.
I won't show you it all because it's going to be a surprise. But yeah, so we're working on the trailer. Just doing all those pieces, throwing in like different screenshots of the game, art, titles, all that kind of fun stuff. So that's how I get to play.
Nice. We're pretty much like at final polish here. We're getting the last few pieces put together. It's remarkable how many last-minute bugs you find at the last minute. So it's not a last minute; it's like a last 2 weeks. But I think that's
Getting
just
close.
what we do. We're getting really close.
Yeah,
So
polish stage, getting all the be nice to haves in.
then lots of people say that it's the last 5% of the game that add like 80% of the value. So we got to make this part right. Okay, y'all. Thanks so much for another version of Flurry Friday. See you, John.